Okay, greetings YouTubers. It is once again Nomad Lunchtime, and today I'm going to be having a chicken salad sandwich. So I'm starting with just some canned chicken. These were like $1, I think, at the Family Dollar store. I think they were $1.20. $1.40 at Walmart, something like that. It's all white, and I get the 100% natural. I don't know what that means. Like there's an unnatural chicken, synthetic chicken somewhere. I don't know. So I'm going to start out by putting that into my bowl here. Grab myself el tenedor plástico. Plastic fork, and get the rest of that out of there. I apologize for the weird camera angle. I'm going to be adding walnuts to my chicken salad. Oh, about that many. Sorry about that. And then for seasonings, I'm going to add, this is optional, I happen to like things a little bit spicy. I'm going to add just a touch of crushed red pepper. There's some, I don't know, there's all kinds of stuff out there that says all kinds of things, but I seem to recall reading somewhere that this is good for you. So. Adding some celery flakes, dried celery flakes. I wish I could find a bigger jar of these. I really like them. And some freeze-dried mushrooms would be cool too, but I don't have any of those either. A little bit of garlic. You know, I don't have quantities. I go, that looks about right. And so, just a touch of garlic, some dried cilantro leaves. I wish I had some fresh cilantro. I really love it, but this is what I got. And then I'm going to add some black pepper. I'm not adding any salt because I think there's enough salt in the chicken. So I'm not adding any more. I'm hoping that I don't regret that. And then I'm going to bind it all together with mayonnaise, just like you would a tuna salad sandwich, or I guess your standard chicken salad sandwich uses it as well. And I'm keeping refrigerated still by using ice. I've given up on trying to use the electric freezer. It's just too hot for that electric freezer to keep up with the power that I have available to me here. So I'm just going to mix this all together, kind of fold it up, fold it into itself. You know what else might be good in here too is some dried onions. I wish I had fresh onions, but like I said, I'm trying to minimize my need for refrigeration. Everything that I have, almost everything that I have in my refrigerator right now, in my ice chest, is something that will keep even if it's not refrigerated. The mayonnaise is one exception to that. There's some cheese in there that's also an exception to that. But everything else is either pickled or cured or some way, like canned. I've got some ginger ale in there and some bottled water to keep that cold. Just trying to kind of keep myself from succumbing to the heat here. It's pretty hot. Today is actually going to be a little bit cooler, I think, than it was yesterday. According to NOAA.gov. I'm breaking up these walnut chunks a little bit. I probably should have chopped them, but I didn't. I use NOAA.gov. You know, if you can't trust the U.S. government, who can you trust, right? But man, I got to tell you, the forecasting and information that they've been providing for this area has been less than stellar. They give me a temperature that they take at midnight, which is really not, I mean, okay, that tells me that it got cool while I was sleeping, but it doesn't really tell me what the temperature is outside right now. I mean, I think to me that would be more useful to know. They have a time temperature curve that they publish way down at the bottom of each local forecast page, and so I look at that. And then the other thing is that they've been publishing temperatures, and then, you know, it'll be one thing in the morning, and then by afternoon it'll be something else. So it's they're really having a hard time predicting, I guess, what the forecast is going to be. Okay, I think that's probably mixed well enough. And then I'm going to put this on. I'm getting low on my bread here. This is my 21 grains and seeds, and it's organic. I'm always kind of leery of organic stuff. I mean, I like it, and I would prefer to have it, but it doesn't keep well because, you know, it's organic. It doesn't have any preservatives or chemicals and that kind of thing in it. But this stuff's been holding up pretty well, so I'm kind of surprised, actually. And I think I'm gonna put just a little bit more mayonnaise on the bread here. I've got this thing about saying mayonnaise instead of mayonnaise. I won't tell you why. I'll let you figure it out. That looks like I've about used up this this bottle of mayonnaise. I have another one in my portable pantry down here underneath the ice chest. Okay. Maybe I can use a little bit more in here. Okay, I think that's done. I'm going to call that empty. Mix this in a little bit. So this lunch here, I think the bread was like $3 or $4, and I've made probably half a dozen or more sandwiches out of it, and used it for dipping into soups and things like that. Whenever I make like the ramen, there's always broth, and I use the bread to that's good. Second guessing the garlic. I mean, it's not bad, but I don't know that it was necessary. Okay, so let's call that mixed. And let's get this spread out a little bit here. The one thing about this bread is it's a little on the dry side, so it needs a little bit of some condiments to kind of moisten it up a little bit. So the oil and the moisture in the mayonnaise helps quite a bit. Okay. So real simple, no cooking. You know, trying to stay cool, stay away from any other unnecessary sources of heat if I can avoid it. And then it's all on paper plates and stuff, so I don't have anything to wash up. It's pretty simple. And all in all, I'm gonna guess this was probably $2.50. Walnuts were expensive, but I mean these were like I think these were like $9, something like that. But you know, it's a pound, and they'll last me a long time. I'll use a handful every now and again. And walnuts are good for you. Some nuts you have to kind of be careful of. There's a chemical in some nuts. I think almonds are really high in it, and there's some other ones that are that cause kidney stones. And walnuts are one of the ones that are low in that particular chemical. I wish I could remember what it was called. I think it started with a C. I don't know. But if you look up the causes of kidney stones, Google it. you'll find the same chemical that I heard about. And nuts contain, some nuts contain quite a bit of that chemical. I think macadamia nuts were among the lowest, and I think walnuts were another one that was low in that particular chemical. But it seems like almonds were really high, and I think pecans were high, and I have some pecans too. I just love pecans. And I think it's the same chemical that is in dark colas that cause kidney stones too. Dark colas, tea, and some nuts, I think, are the big ones that stand out in my mind. There's probably some other foods out there that are high in this particular chemical, but I had a kidney stone probably about 20 years ago, and yeah, it was painful. It was one of the most painful experiences I've ever gone through, and it lasted for days. So yeah, you definitely don't want one. Drink plenty of water. So, which is what I've been doing. Alright, so that's pretty much it. And I'm going to probably eat my sandwich and then throw this video together.
So, I just finished my sandwich. And it was good. Later.